I teach technology education, so it's everything from wood chips to computer chips. Okay, we do everything from coding of drones all the way to what you would consider traditional woodworking. Okay, what we do differently is the way we present it. Our delivery is way different. I'm going to encourage you because what I'm going to tell you about, you're not going to understand it until you've been here. Mr. McDonald has seen the chaos that we control chaos, right, in action. You need to see it. You need to come down when the kids are there and actually see how it works. Okay? So we have 3 tech labs. 2 tech labs are sister rooms, and we do that for basically budgetary reasons. We don't have to buy 24 robots. We have to buy 2 robots. So for budgetary concerns, and there's 4 tech teachers. They rotate through the rooms. They stay with the teacher. Okay? And then what we do in the Tech Room 1 and Tech Room 2 is we do a modular approach. So think about your social studies book or your math book, and we ripped all the chapters out, and we put the chapters in a different area of the room, and we're teaching 13 different things at the same time. Okay? So I might go from working on a small engine to troubleshooting a robot to doing a drone. Okay? So it's a very, very chaotic atmosphere, but it's a lot of fun, and the kids are really engaged in it. If you've ever been down, please come down. Try to get time to come see us. Some of your kids are there. Some of your kids are there now. Okay? So around the room, what we have, and I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the room. I'll give you the area and the main activity. Every day, there's content that they have to learn. Every day, there's an activity that goes with it. Some activities are contained within that 40 minutes. Some of them are not. They build onto each other. So we have audio communications. Think about that as a terrestrial radio show, like almost Howard Stern's old K-Rock show. They do commercials, they do spots, they do sound effects, they write the script, they do interviews, and they get a digital recording when they're done. It's no longer, when I first started working, it was tape, and you had to worry about side A and side B, and flip it and get to the end. That's how long I've been. That's their bigger project for audio communication. Moving around the room, CSI, crime scene investigation. My sister's a detective in New York City, work very closely with the New York State Police Department. And we do everything from blood splatter to fingerprinting to COBIS. If you don't know what COBIS is, if you buy a weapon, you have to bring it to them. They fire the gun, and we have the bullets. So they do the rifling, how the bullet expands. So they do everything that a CSI person would do. We set up crimes for them, and they have to solve the crimes. And we use it's called a proscope. It's an electronic microscope that looks at the computer. We're upgrading that to, technology's getting better and better. So now we're going to go get a Bluetooth one hopefully next year. The one that we have now is kind of wired, so a little clunky. Flight technology, just what it sounds like. The kids will build air-powered rockets. Again, to save money, if we did the Estes rockets like some districts do, the motors are expensive. And then you're going to use them once and they're done. What we do is cardstock and masking tape, and we use a bicycle pump like you would find in your car that plugs into 12-volt lighter, and we can launch the rockets as many times as you want, and as long as that thing's powered, they can go and go and go. We also do some drones there. We have several different drones. So we do some drones there. We also do gliders. Then the next area is information technology. In information technology, we do everything from PowerPoint to website design to coding, and that's where we have drones that are actually coded. So you code the drone, you upload it into the drone, and the drone will actually do, hopefully, what they've coded into the drone. Sometimes it doesn't work, and we're ducking. Sometimes it works out great. We also have a 3D printer. We're working on this year, and it's a long process of 3D printing prosthetics. They have to be certified by a company, and you have to make sure that your mixtures and everything are right, and that they don't hurt somebody. Once you're certified by them, what happens is, say Mr. McDonald loses his finger working on his lawnmower, he comes to see us, they get through the company, and we get the specs, and we print them up, and we send it out to them. That's what we're working towards. Process has been a little bit more lengthy and clunky than I thought it was going to be, but that's shame on me, I didn't have all the information. We do virtual architecture, just what it sounds like. The kids will design a home virtually. They'll be able to walk through it when they're done. They do interior design, exterior design, landscaping, floor planning. Structural engineering, they build structures that you would find around the building, trusses, I-beams, T-beams, and then they test them and they get real-world data. We have test that runs right into the computer. They get real-world data, so we can show them where it fails as an engineer, And when they hear that crack pop, where they think it failed, is a different spot than when it actually failed. We have material processing. We have a 30-watt laser where the kids will engrave and cut their designs. We have a CNC machine that they'll also use to cut out. It's a 4x4 Swift that they use to process the material. We do some plastic injection molding. We do some acrylic work with that as well. Robotics, we got so many different robots now, it's unreal. We do Lego, we do 2.0s, we have something called the Scribbler S2, the S3. I know I'm missing one, I can't think of the top of my head. Mindstorm, I'm missing one. Oh, Sai. Sai's been around for a long time. You think about Sai, he's kind of like the Roomba guy that goes around, does your carpet, but the kids will program him to do lots of different, or her, to do lots of different tasks. Then we have land transportation where the kids have, we actually have a go-kart in the room where the kids will actually act like a pick room. They'll take the tire off, put it back on. They'll take the bearings out, back the bearings, put it back in. They will do everything short of an oil change. They do the alignment, camber, toe in, toe out. Land transportation, what we've also added to land transportation and to energy and power, which is the next module, is we've built trainers. We've built gaming rigs. And if you don't know what a gaming rig is, it looks like a race car seat. And it's got the big wraparound screens. And the kids now will take that math, science, and that physics that they've learned, we sneak it in on them, of course. We don't call it math and science and physics. And they get to play the game. They get to play force it. Energy and power, if you think about it, it's like a small engine. We're just taking the engine apart. 4 strokes, doing the mathematics with displacement. Again, we sneak it in on them. They don't realize what they're doing for the most part. In energy and power, they do lots of solar, wind, and Stirling engine. We do CAD and CAM. We have a program where they get to design their own stuff, their own plates, if you will, like an engineering plate. And then we have a CAM machine where basically it's a vinyl cutter. So we'll vinyl cut decals and stickers. And if you're in the middle school, 99.9% of the signage came out of our room. We've added to that now. We have a wide format printer that not only can we print to, but we can do what's called a contour cut, where the vinyl cutter will actually cut out the image. I'm listening to this young lady's water bottle. So like this was contour cut. So this was printed on a wide format printer, and it came into the vinyl cutter, and it was contour cut. So we can do that as well. Computer graphics and animation, we've actually taken that, it used to be just one module. It used to be computer graphics and animation. And we've actually split it up 3 different ways. So you can do it computer graphics, where you do traditional, pamphlets, brochures, business cards, or you can, we build in some animation with it, some stop animation with it. But we've now separated it out because it's gotten so big and so vast that they can do computer graphics, where you do the graphics, you can do animation, our animation programs that we have are so heavy, we can actually do just animation. And it's nice that Mr. Ward just showed up because he could attest to, we could do virtual reality gaming and augmented reality. So we have, the kids will actually build their own video games. They're 100% school safe and appropriate in a 3D world. And Mr. Moore has been helpful, very, very helpful with it, with the technology. And he's actually played a bunch of the kids' games. So
I almost fell down.
Yeah.
I actually did fall down. When you put the VR helmet on, and they immediately took me to the edge of a building, and it felt just like the edge of a building. I don't like heights, by the way.
Yeah, and with the virtual reality games, it's like a production. They're putting their voices in, they're recording their voices, they're doing storyboarding. They're pretty heavy games. It takes them a full 3 or 4 weeks to get them to where they want to be, and they're pretty intense. Some of them have gotten very well beyond what I'm doing. Yeah, that sounds great, guy. No clue what they're doing. They got there though, which is great. We also do digital music. So again, like MIDI, like the 8-bit games, we used to love as well. I'm gonna age myself. I used to love playing Nintendo. Basically, how does the music get into the video game? Piano Wizard. We have a bunch of different ways to teach the kids how digital music actually gets into their games, and we have activities associated with that. In Tech 1, we have 2 other areas. We have video production. We have a full production lab. Again, we don't throw anything out. When you come down to our room, it makes Mr. McDonald fidget. We have all sorts of stuff that we never throw away because we always are using stuff. So I think it came out of here. Yeah, this makes you twitch. Yeah. So they were taking like one of the resource rooms out, and we came over, grabbed it, and we built the video production room. We got green screens. We're using iMovie, which isn't the greatest, but it's the kids can handle through it. And they put together some pretty good 5 or 7 mini movies, movie trailers. They do a really nice job with it. And then the final area we have is environment and ecology. We have a 10 by 15 greenhouse that has 3 different hydroponic systems in it, 2 different aquaponic systems. And when it's fully running really well and we're getting it back to where it was, we had some problems over the winter with stuff that wasn't us. It was power and light and some other stuff. We're working through those problems. We would have enough fruits and vegetables that we used to sell it to the cafeteria, and they would make their salads with it, with the tomatoes and the lettuce and all that. And that's why it was today. Everybody else was playing field hockey. Mr. Van and I were reconfiguring a building because that's what we do to blow off stress. We build stuff, and we were reconfiguring the greenhouse. And the greenhouse is like it's really starting to come along. I can't explain it any better or any worse. I do have brochures for you guys to look at. I encourage you, come see what we do. It can be applied to other areas very easily. Well, not easily, but it can be applied to other areas. I've seen it done in social studies, where instead of just teaching everybody about the Civil War at the same time, where one group is working on the Civil War, another group is working on World War II. So our delivery system really sets us apart from a Pine Bush or Monroe. We all have this cool team gadgets. We do. And again, I used the pizza analogy when I went to a meeting with the Board of Ed for the county. We all have great ingredients. It's how you put those ingredients to work. And if you don't have great ingredients, and if you don't put it to work properly, it's just like that stuffed animal on a shelf. It looks great, but it doesn't do anything. Any questions? I know I talked very fast. There was so much I missed.
Well, thank you.